friends. Once again, welcome into COPD Navigator House Call. My name is Mike Hess. I am the COPD dude. With me, joining me in various parts of our Fitness Friday studio are Kelly Becker, my wife and nurse practitioner extraordinaire, and social media extern Emma, who's going to maybe helping us out today, but she's feeling a little bit shy after birthday festivities. However, she might show off her new Doctor Who ensemble. We'll have to see how that goes through the course of the day today.
Could do questions. I
Could.
like doing questions.
We can do some questions. Yeah, we've got lots of questions coming in. We've got Jerry Schrader. I never know how to quite pronounce that, but we've got Jerry coming in. We'll say that much. Waving with the hand emoji. Welcome in, Jerry. We've got good friend Joe Walsh saying hello, world. Appreciate you checking in down from Georgia, if I recall correctly. If you're new to the program, welcome, of course. What we're doing here is I run a Facebook group called COPD Navigator, and we have kind of branched out into the world of YouTube and Twitter and all kinds of different places, trying to bring you the high-quality, objective COPD information that you need to be an effective partner in your own care, especially in a time like our unusual times right now, where sometimes this information is hard to come by. You may be used to asking questions of your primary care provider or your pulmonologist or your pulmonary rehab, and those resources might not be available for you right now. So we have gone from our usual bi-weekly routine into an every weekday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, trying to get you, again, all those resources and everything else that you need. This is, of course, Fitness Friday. Also going to take a moment and say hello, yo, John Linnell in the house. What is up? And my good friend Gabby Davis from way out west in the Potato State. Welcome in,
Idaho.
Gabby. Yes, Idaho. Very good. So what is on our agenda today? First off, I would like to welcome in anybody who caught the COPD Foundation's webinar today. I was hoping to get on, but life happens, and got to prepare for the big program here, so I wasn't able to join in. But today the COPD Foundation did a webinar, and I would imagine that they will be repeating it at some point, talking about exactly what we're doing right here. We're talking about telehealth, and we're talking about fitness stuff. Fitness Friday we've been doing for a couple of weeks now because, again, with pulmonary rehabs closed and with people being told to stay at home and gyms being closed and all of the other routine places. Please excuse a potential interruption. The cats are about to go crazy here for some reason. I'm not sure. There's kind of starting to face off like an old spaghetti western. You can hear the you can't hear the tumbleweeds, but you can see the tumbleweeds, and you can hear the
spaghetti western.
They used to film them in Italy, so they are because it was cheaper. So Sergio Leone, I believe, was one of the famed directors of that genre. But things like old Clint Eastwood movies.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody can hear Emma. I don't know how the gain's working today. The acoustics are always different, and that's fun. But Emma is asking what the origin of the spaghetti western was. So there you go. Where was I? So, we know that everybody is having trouble getting moving, and we know that it is often hard to find the motivation. I know this week in particular, my motivation has been up and down for even getting out of bed in the morning sometimes, because there's still a lot of uncertainty, there's still a lot of fear, there's still a lot of questioning. And we have these moments where things seem to be looking up, and then they seem to be looking down again, and they're looking up again, and it's this incredible roller coaster. And of course, your motivation waxes and wanes with that too. But got a couple of things working in our favor here. It's a sunny day. It happens to be a rather cold day. We've got an unseasonable, I believe they described it as an Arctic vortex when I was watching. I've always been a fan of Tom Skilling, the Channel 9 weatherman meteorologist, from Chicago. We got family down from the Chicago area, so I always had a good place in my heart for Channel 9, and he was always one of my favorites because he always had he always had the best graphics and animations and all that kind of stuff. So he posted the other day about this unseasonably cold Arctic vortex, and I saw on Twitter earlier they were talking about there's snow in Massachusetts, and there's possibility for freezing rain. We had a frost and freeze advisory last night.
There's snow in central-ish Michigan.
snow in central-ish Michigan. A live update from meteorologist Emma over there at the weather desk.
I follow somebody who lives in central Michigan.
Fair enough. But in any event, we're going to maybe push the microphone up a little bit just in case, because everybody needs to hear Emma's words of wisdom. And the cats are indeed going crazy. It's everybody's having fun Friday festivities here. But it is a beautiful day. It reminded me that summer really is approaching, and so I got some summer gear on. It is a tradition for our family for a great many years now. I believe this will be the 9th trip, the 8th year overall. Can't count year 0, I guess. We go up to a place called Beaver Island, which if you, let's see, I'm trying to think if it's backwards in the camera or not. I'm trying to look which one looks more like Michigan. I guess that one looks more like Michigan. Beaver Island is kind of off the fingertip, off of a place called Charlevoix. You take a 2-hour ferry or a 15-minute puddle jumper airplane ride, and you land on an island that almost seems like time forgot. It's very nice. It's very rural. It's not at all like our more famous island, Mackinac Island. It is not particularly touristy. It's basically small town America on an island that takes 2 hours to drive around. The circumnavigate. We'll throw a little geography. I remember a little bit from the old geography bee. That's been a struggle for me lately, the geography. But if we're talking about circumnavigating the island, it takes about 2 hours. But most of it is just terrain, wilderness, dirt roads, trees. Beautiful beaches, all that stuff. And so we take this was from a couple of years ago. This was from the 5th annual. So what was that, 20? Did I put a year on here? Or did I just put, oh, what? Yeah, I did. It's so I'm going to have to, let's see, we'll have to do that. 2016. Okay. To remind me, this year we made, it was the 5th annual tradition, so we made tie-dye shirts to kind of remind us of that. And I wanted to get my summer wear going. I also decided to wear my Beaver Island hat today because I need to start working on my summer body, and we need to encourage everybody out there to continue to move or to get back to moving and to do all this stuff. To that end, we've got a couple of things on the agenda today. We've got a 15-minute video that comes from the National Institute on Aging, part of the National Institutes of Health. It is much like everything else we've been doing when we've done our dance off, when we've done our chair yoga and chair tai chi and all that stuff. It is very adaptable to a lot of different fitness / skill / ability levels. If you have difficulty with your knees, we can do a lot of this stuff seated. As a matter of fact, I believe most of the activity today is seated. I'm trying to remember from watching most of the video this morning. But it's adaptable. You've got different ways to do resistance. You've got different ways to do all the various parts of the exercise. We also have kind of a first product review, or at least some suggestions for a piece of equipment we bought, a desk pedal cycler that we can actually adapt to do a couple of different things with. And then, of course, all of your questions answered almost live. So we're gonna let's see. I'm gonna circle back around and see if anybody else has any questions right off the bat. This would be a great time to be formulating some of that stuff. Again could be turned up a bit. John says. I guess I should pay closer attention to that, but that should work. John also mentions spaghetti westerns came about during the big spaghetti drought in Italy in the late 50s. The harvest was so bad for the spaghetti crop that many Italian farmers turned to movie making and made many B-movies in Italy imitating the Great American West. They used excess marinara sauce for the fake blood, according to John. So perhaps two slightly different interpretations of the of cinematic history there, but thank you, John. At least two different interpretations of what I've been told. I wasn't there. I don't know, but I've been told.
Somebody's getting old.
There we go. Hi, Jeannie. It was nice to meet you last night. Speaking of telehealth, we had our first Zoom conference. We will be doing that again very soon. It'll be on a Thursday. I'm going to see if I can pull it together for this Thursday. I want to actually have a topic and have some a little bit more structured engagement this time around. That may have to wait for another week, but we'll just have to see how things go with that. Also want to say hi to Steve checking in on the Facebook feed. And finally, Joe mentions he saw my hat and thought it was a Kelly type promo for BMI. So Beaver Island, Michigan. Very close, very close. So while you guys are all formulating your questions, we're going to take just a brief pause to kind of reconfigure the camera and do all that kind of stuff so that you can kind of see the video while we're watching it and then follow along with us. And with any luck, it'll go off without a hitch.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, ma'am.
Lean to the side, and there's the sign.
Oh, yes.
I love you more.
In the background here.
But it got bumped and it's crooked. It's bugging me.
This is one of our souvenirs from Beaver Island. Well, I got to pick it up a little bit because it's down in the beam there. One of our souvenirs, I love you more than all the sand on Beaver Island, which is absolutely how I feel about the COPD community. And that's a lot of sand, trust me. So, without further ado, we're going to take just a brief break so we can get everything switched up here, and we'll be right back with you. Please hang on. Don't go anywhere. you for your patience there. Again, I would like to introduce my lovely wife, Kelly Becker, nurse practitioner extraordinaire, bariatric specialist.
Obesity.
Obesity. Shh.
It's all right. It's all right. And patient.
So we are all working together to get our move on a little bit more. What you should be seeing in the little window on your screen there. This is, I'm going to back it up just a little bit to get kind of back to the title screen here. Hopefully we won't get too much of an ad. So this is a video that's from the National Institute on Aging. It's a 15-minute sample workout for older adults from this program that they had a couple years back called Go for Life. As you'll see as we get into the program here a little bit, we'll skip forward to the beginning of the show here. There's a lot of stuff that is very adaptable. And we've got, let's go ahead. So this bit is kind of the warm-up period. You can see we've got people in chairs. We've got our people ready for chairs, and we've got just a nice, easy kind of marching pace. You can go at your own pace. You get more of a workout when you're able to swing your arms and that sort of thing. And this just kind of helps get all the circulation going. So, Emma, while we're doing this part, who all do we have saying hello?
Jean.
G.
She just says hi. Stevie Gilland.
All right. Hello, Stevie.
Char Golda.
Hey, Char.
And Cheryl's Hicks Martinez.
Hello, Cheryl. Nice of everybody to join in today. You can see we've switched up our movement just a little bit of side stepping here. And again, moving the arms. And again, if you're having trouble, you can just go back and forth. Or conversely, you can stay in one place, maybe march in one place and move your arms like this. All of these exercises, very adaptable to your various skill levels.
Lynn Boone says hi from YouTube.
Okay, Lynn. Thank you. I believe Lynn is one of our newest subscribers. So now we've got a little bit of using your own body for resistance.
I need this for my shoulder.
And again, you can, as you can see Kelly demonstrating here, if you want to keep the cardio going, you can still do the marching in place if you want. You can even improvise some weights. If you have some hand weights, or these are just some water bottles. I weighed these before. They're each a little bit over a pound. You can go 1 pound, 2 pounds, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to pause the video for just a second because now we're sitting down.
Joe Walsh says Stevie is his cousin from Texas.
Ah.
He talked her into this today.
All right. Well, welcome and thank you, Joe, for recruiting some folks. So, Emma, how are we doing with being in? We're still able to be seen, or
yes.
Okay. So now we've got some seated chair exercises, which are similar to the things that we've done in the past, and we've got up and down. Okay. So I guess I should have watched this a little bit more.
This is great.
And this is actually one of the things that we can measure as clinicians to see balance and endurance and this sort of thing. Even if you don't have a lot of space in a clinic or something like that, we can do these sit to stands, and I believe we count how many it is over a certain amount of time so that we can evaluate where you are in your fitness level. Balance and dexterity and things like that are also things that we also want to make sure we're keeping track of as we get into caring for our older adults. Last night on our Zoom conference, we had David Junga, I believe is how he pronounces his name, from Connecticut, who's a pulmonary rehab RT and does a lot of this stuff virtually as well. So
Awesome.
Does a lot with posture and balance and all that stuff.
Here I'm trying to sit straighter. All right.
That was everybody on the call last night. As soon as he said he does posture therapy, you could see everybody just kind of went like, whoop. So, moving on to the next phase of our workout here. It looks like maybe I should have gone with the chairs with the arms, but I don't even know if we have arm chairs in the house right now. So we've got our feet going out a little bit. And we're just kind of doing toe lifts, basically.
This is great for circulation. Venous circulation. Like ankle pumps.
Everybody's kind of hot, according to the subtitles.
I don't really know what that means. These are auto-generated Facebook subtitles, so I don't know what that means.
I don't know. That's just what it said when you're talking about the posture guy. When you said
everybody sat up. Everybody was hot, maybe.
Yeah, that's what it said.
All right, so now this is where we can get out some of the hand weights. And Kelly, you've got
No, I have a shoulder injury. I am not using weights.
Fair enough. You can see I don't think everybody does on here. And you can again see that these things are, you've got people doing it from a seated position. You've got people standing up and just doing some basic curls. You've got the gentleman in the back there who does not have any resistance at all.
Actually, he's got little wrist weights he put on.
Oh,
so that,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it without you, babe.
Linda McMahon
Don't you forget it.
from Facebook.
Hey, Linda. Welcome in.
Joe Walsh says he's having flashbacks of pulmonary rehab.
That's good. That's good. That's exactly what we're going for right now. This is a time where we need to be doing these exercises because you can't get to pulmonary rehab, and it's even good as a continuing thing. We have this idea of pulmonary rehab just kind of being a thing that you do and then you're done, but what we should be looking at is pulmonary fitness ongoing, not just a 12-week program. How's your shoulder hanging out there?
Well, it's good shoulder PT for me because I don't have full range. Whew.
Stevie says, that's what I was thinking. These would be great for me. Open heart surgery 8 weeks ago.
Oh,
absolutely.
Warrior.
Congratulations on your healing there. This video and many others like it are actually available on YouTube. If you go to COPD Navigator on Facebook or on YouTube, I have put together a at-home pulmonary rehab playlist that gives you some ideas of some things that you can do. A couple of different programs from around the country giving out information. All for free, all easy to access, very easy to get to. Oh, now this one will be difficult without arms, I will give you that. So.
And I could not do this one right now.
So
my injury.
We can still kind of do some sit to stands on this one though, I think.
Janice Shed Cotton says hi.
Hey, happy birthday, Jan. It's actually her birthday today.
I'm going to go do some wall push-ups then.
Wall push-ups, all right. So we need to get another camera on board so that we have... All right, in our next activity, we're crossing our arms here. And just doing not even quite some sit-up. Oh, we're doing all kinds of stuff here. So we're doing a little bit of leaning back, so we're working the abs a little bit. And we're standing up again, doing some more of this at the stand stuff. Kelly, how are those wall push-ups going?
I'm enjoying watching you like a genie.
I can't wrinkle my nose like that, though. I don't know how to. I'm no Barbara Eden.
All right, we're coming in. Oh, a little more ab action there. Leaning back.
Yeah, I should be doing more of that.
So if I sit on the end.
And again, you don't have to go at this pace. You can modify it to where you're at. You can leave out the arm stuff because I know I can feel it in my shoulders right now. It's holding up, keeping these isometric activity or something. Working the muscles a little bit. One thing, I was naughty. I did not actually get some water other than my actual water.
You can drink the bai.
I don't like the bai.
Oh, that flavor. Bottle. You like it, not that flavor.
I have my water bottle full in my room.
That's fine.
They're very fancy chairs.
In desperate need of actual reupholstery, thanks to our beloved kitty cats. Just
mostly
off screen.
potato.
So here we're doing some sideways leg lifts. I'll get that out of your way, babe. Is this better?
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to see because of the chair.
Well, at least
Well,
they can
really
see
see
the
yeah,
they can see the models. That's more important. They can just see that we haven't fallen down yet.
Don't need my thunder thighs clapping around them.
Are you dummy thick?
Best to do this in a place where you have a little bit more space, room to maneuver. Keep bumping up against the couch here a little bit. We got a little shimmy shake there, okay. Nope, now we're going back. But you should be standing straight and tall because that's working the thighs then and not...
And the glutes.
And the glutes, thank you. And I'm guessing we're going to be doing the other leg now. Do you suppose in her big bottle of electrolytes there? Or do you suppose those are some more impromptu weights?
Yes, because there's juice.
Ah, yes.
I don't advise drinking whatever is red.
Looks like hummingbird food.
Might as well be. It's probably that much sugar.
All right, so we skipped something there. This is also available in a 60-minute workout. So I think they cut out some of that to make this. So we're back to doing some hand resistance here. Ah, and look at that. Oh, these are, oh, because these are squeezy things. That's what it is. All right.
I'll share one with you, baby.
Well, thank you. Sharing is caring.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Ooh, this would help with your tennis elbow. This is a really good exercise.
And if you're struggling with pain in this area too, again, you can just do the one arm at a time. Fortunately, I'm doing that because my lovely wife was nice enough to share.
I
Of
have
course.
more tennis balls in my room if you would like them.
And we're doing okay. All right, and there, everybody's working up a sweat here. We're getting through it here. We're about 3/4 of the way through, but oh, this is apparently a maneuver. So this is where we've got the resistance band.
Or a towel, which I'll get your new Norwex towel.
Oh, there's a plug for you. Thank you. So, and we're just kind of pulling. Lots of resistance on here because it's not stretchy. It is rather absorbent though.
Is this a towel pun joke?
This is, yeah, stretching that range of motion that I don't have. This will be part of my therapy.
Yeah, I have
So stretching your triceps, see, and deltoids.
Old shoulder injury that I'm feeling it with this here.
Mm-hmm.
The one with your scar, right?
Yes. So. There goes the cat.
Castor's sitting in the background showing us all how much he loves to participate in Fitness Friday.
Yeah, he's not much of an exerciser, even as cats go.
Should we have their instruction?
That probably wouldn't be the worst idea. Again, this is available online. If you are tired of chatting with me and want to get the actual from the horse's mouth instructions on how to do this stuff, very easy to find. I did Home Exercise NIH, and I believe this was one of the first ones to pop up. And then also there are some ones that come that are longer and that sort of thing. So. Alright, and now we're moving on.
What are you
doing to your poor pen?
It's old and I apply pressure to it.
You just got it. It's not old.
What?
We will discuss this later, Mr. Technology.
You bent the nib. I applied pressure to it and I haven't bent the nib.
Yeah, I'm honestly not entirely sure how it happened. I was just noticing it one day, not like earlier this week. I was like, how did that even happen?
Well, the nib set that you got me for my birthday has a spare one of these, so.
Yeah, but that's for you.
Yeah, but if it. Alright.
I don't want to have to take your stuff.
Try to be nice.
I appreciate that. Back to the toe lifts that help with circulation, you were saying, Kelly?
Yep, Venus return to the heart. Yep. And just stretching, so you don't get those sore calves and shins. It's good stuff.
What's up?
It's a fun image to just see the bright red and her shoes in the little screen.
Ah.
Oh,
So,
Keller. I'm laughing at the subtitles.
So, that is our 15-minute workout. Like I said, very easy to do, very easy to find on YouTube. And that's that. Next one up, you can kind of see there's a whole, So this isn't necessarily the playlist that I did, but you can see, we got it paused up here. There are a lot of things we've done. Walk at Home by Leslie Sansone. That's one of our family favorites.
Yes.
We've done that a lot. Here's Senior Life Network. That's an hour-long one, 45 minutes, 90 minutes. So there's a lot of, here's the 60-minute sample I was talking about before. We get into stretches and all this kind of thing. There's a lot out there that you can find the thing that you enjoy and are willing and able to do. So that is a fantastic option for a lot of folks. So next up, we're going to pause for just another minute so that we can reconfigure the camera one more time so I can show you a little bit of this pedal exerciser. So we'll be right back.
To the feet. Initially, you said?
Yeah.
Ah, we're back.
All right. So this device is your basic, usually called under-desk pedaler, pedal cycler, that sort of thing. This was about $31.50 on Amazon. Not the most full-featured model, of course, but again, not, we don't want to break the bank or anything like that. It is nice because it does adjust the angle a bit here to fold up. Okay, I see that. I thought maybe it was a angle adjustment, but can fold up for storage. That's kind of a nice little feature. Again, I should point out we're not bought this on our own. We're not sponsored by this Drive Medical or anything like that, but folds up pretty compactly for transportation and storage, and then just kind of pops out like that. It does have some electronics to it where you can do a count, time, revolutions per minute, all that kind of stuff. This is an adjustable resistance to give you the appropriate amount of feedback, and really it just is about what it looks like on the tin. This is just kind of a real basic thing that you can do while you're watching TV as part of another one of these workouts. Whatever your particular fancy is. So this is kind of a neat little thing that can be helpful.
I wanted to find something very accessible to anyone. More advanced models are at least $120. And a lot of my patients just really have a fixed income, and that's not realistic. And in this time of isolation and quarantine, I thought this was a reasonable option.
I agree. This is the upshot to this. The reason I don't have a whole lot to say is, it's very simple. It's very straightforward and very accessible, as you were saying. So you can do this even in conjunction with some of these resistance bands. Like I said, you've got other exercises you can do. You can do it while you're at a desk. You can do it while you are watching TV. You can do it while you're hanging out with us on a webinar sometime.
I was thinking I would do that during visits. We'll see.
Stopping potato from being a gremlin.
The other cool thing about this,
ladies.
There we go. I knew that was coming. And hopefully this is actually big enough. I would recommend doing it on a larger surface, certainly.
Emma secured it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Not well.
But
don't take off.
Some of you, maybe this may bring back some other flashbacks from pulmonary rehab, and I probably should have got some wipes because I'm going to put my feet all over, my hands all over it now, or I should have done it with my hands first or something like that. But we'll use these straps here. Simulate. This is very similar to the cycle ergometer that many of you may have seen at pulmonary rehab. So if you're not able to move your feet very well or anything like that, you still have this as an option. Again, with variable resistance.
Okay, I was going to come over and mention the resistance.
You're welcome to come over and demonstrate if you like.
No,
okay. But yeah, you can set it to your capacity. You can set it to your desires, just as long as you are actually working out with the thing. So the Drive Medical, let's see, product code RTL10273, pedal cycler. So there is, I did find one video on YouTube that after talking about it with Kelly, she had some pretty good points to it. Some of the sturdier models of this, there are actually some weight training things you can do where you're kind of using it in the hand mode again on the floor, kind of balancing on your knees and that sort of thing. That's going to be a little bit more advanced kind of training, so it's not necessarily something that you're going to want to jump into right off the bat with this sort of thing. So I, after her very wise counsel, as is often the case, if not pretty much always, if we're being honest, I opted to not do that. One thing that I think might be kind of interesting, actually, since we have the exercise ball, I wonder how
this gonna be good.
Well,
we've got the stand, so it'll be pretty stable.
Oh no!
We're exposing our damaged
Now you've
chair.
seen it, yes, our cat damaged chair stuff. So we've got the yoga ball here.
With a base.
With a base. Well, that's why I made sure to put that down first.
Because that would have...
Because this is going to be
Wobbly.
Next level. Oh, Mike. Do not recommend. Hey.
It's like riding a unicycle.
Yeah.
Oh. So, while it is important for gait and balance and all that stuff, again, probably a little bit more advanced. Although I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks out there are better at this than I am already.
Well, yeah.
So, but definitely use caution with that. Use at your own risk. So that's kind of the fitness component to the deal here. We've had a pretty good run today. We probably got another 5 or 10 minutes. If anybody's got some last minute questions, Emma, we got anything coming in through the pipeline here?
Just some interaction with each other.
Excellent, excellent. Keep that up.
Jill Walsh says the 1 foot stand ?
Well, I was kind of doing the one. I think this.
Or as an exercise for balance.
Oh, trying to do this kind of thing? Heck.
Yeah, that's an important thing in rehab and
in certain yoga postures as well. I remember seeing this not terribly long ago at one of the yoga things we were attempting to do. So, a lot easier to do on the yoga mat, I can tell you that. It's difficult sometimes on the bare floor, probably because you kind of sink into it a little bit more.
I've seen, or years ago, you can tell your age based on how long you can balance, and can you do it with your eyes closed?
Ooh, that's a good trick. Eyes closed.
John Linnell says, how about a 1 foot stand while on the ball?
That's next week. You gotta train up to that.
Whoa!
Oh, don't fall.
So eyes closed is tricky.
Yeah,
Eyes closed
is serious business.
But I wonder if I get there and get balanced and then close my eyes. Nope, that's even worse.
I don't even know. I'm gonna try it in the
All right, challenge accepted for Kelly.
Oh
Becker.
no, I haven't done it in ages.
I can do
All right.
it a little bit. Oh, I got cocky.
Look at that.
Oh, it used to be a lot longer.
I think you got out from me though, or got ahead of me. So.
Joe Walsh says, can you say something about the relationship between COPD and CHF, asking for a friend?
Sure. As I like to say, the heart and the lungs are neighbors in every sense of the word. They're physically close to each other, and then whatever one does affects the other one. So when you have COPD, your body is constantly trying to get more oxygen because your lungs aren't working as effective as they should be. And that can generate all kinds of problems with pumping in the heart and fluid retention and all that kind of stuff. We've kind of gotten away from the phrase congestive heart failure, which is CHF, because we have these two types of heart failure, I think preserved ejection fraction and reduced ejection fraction. And oftentimes people with COPD and breathing disorders will, the right side of their heart does not work very well. It kind of can pump poorly, or it can get what we call hypertrophied and turn into get extra muscle and all that sort of thing. And so sometimes it's a little bit of I guess I shouldn't necessarily say it's chicken or the egg. Usually COPD can induce the strain on the heart that has traditionally been called CHF, or more of the right-sided stuff also called cor pulmonale. As far as relationship goes, I mean, one can certainly affect the other. One can make the other one worse. I mean, they're very intertwined. So I guess I would want to know a little bit more about some of the context for what exactly you're looking for in terms of the relationship.
As someone who worked critical care and rapid response, very often when someone is short of breath, you're called to the bedside, or someone is presenting with shortness of breath. It's the treatment to help someone feel better. Can often come down to what thing is happening, what's driving this, and it can be a confusing picture for a patient, a family member, and a clinician. So understanding some of those things what's really causing this stress and strain, and how do I make it better?
And sometimes the answer is both, because you get short of breath from any kind of heart failure, because again, you're trying to get more oxygen, and if you're breathing faster, then you can trap more air if you have emphysema, and then you kind of start that vicious spiral. So that, I guess, is sometimes where the chicken or the egg stuff comes in, where it's more of the flare, the exacerbation, that sort of thing. The urgent treatment can be a little bit varied, and because they can look a lot like the other.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, last call, I guess, for questions. Hopefully that answer, Joe, is okay. We always like to give it a minute, because I know there's a slight delay between the broadcast and all that stuff. But a couple of things on the agenda. We will be 4 o'clock p.m. Next week. Also, I know that we have our good friends over at Right to Breathe. They're doing one of their seminars again, which means we'll probably go on at 3:30, because I think they're doing 4:30 and 7 again on Tuesday. So head over to Right to Breathe, RIGHT, the numeral 2, Breathe, on Facebook, and you can get information about their webinar access. We'll get that posted on our COPD Navigator Facebook page as well. Wrapping up the week here. Again, I appreciate everybody. I know we've had some more people join this week, both our page and our group. So welcome in. I encourage anybody who is not already a member of our group to come and join us. That's where a lot of the discussion happens. The page is usually for announcements and things like that, and these videos. Also, please make sure to check us out on YouTube. Again, it's very similar content, but the more subscribers and viewers and stuff we have over there, the easier it is for people to find us. So we always like that. And this weekend is the 6th year anniversary of COPD Navigator, as a matter of fact. So I'll be looking at doing something special on Monday to celebrate kicking off our 7th year in some style. Not sure what that's going to look like yet, but we will see what happens.
Almost exactly 1 year after we were married, we birthed COPD Navigator.
There you go. So,
it's your baby.
Kelly, of course, has been an incredible influence, an incredible positive influence, and has been very supportive of this initiative every step of the way. So I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you as many grains as there are of sand on being.
John Linnell says that the guest at Right to Breathe will be John Linnell.
Hey, how about that? All right.
We're lucky to have his fame here with us.
I am also looking to, as I mentioned, we had a pretty successful Zoom conference last night. And so we're going to be able to bring in a lot of our big names in COPD, like John. Hopefully bring them into some Navigator stuff as well. And my big goal for the weekend is, I have seen some preliminary indications that it's actually possible to add a Zoom conference, even with the audio and stuff, into this broadcast feed, so we can even do some remote harmonicas or remote tag team discussion right here on the feed as it is right now. But keep a lookout for some new tech stuff that we're going to be coming out. We're always looking to add new offerings to make sure that everybody's getting the information and the resources they need in a pandemic or beyond. So we're in it for we've been in it for 6 years, and we're in it for another 6 years and beyond. So please let me know how best we can be of service to you folks in the community. We've got a lot of different ways to get a hold of us, as I mentioned, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube,
and Twitch.
And gamers. Twitch, yes, we're going to get some of our gamers out there. Well, you know, people who vape. Got to hit that audience too, I suppose. So.
Jeannie Nelson says, I have CHF and emphysema, and yes, some days SOB is heart related and sometimes lungs.
Yeah, and it can be really hard to tell, because it's one of those things where one little trigger can go in a dozen different directions. So appreciate your tenacity and sticking with that, and I certainly hope you're feeling better through this weekend. I know this is going to be a tough time for a lot of folks in Michigan and in this area and all the way out to the Northeast, because these wild swings in temperature and stuff can really wreak havoc on a lot of your breathing. So on top of everything else that's going out there, please make sure that you're taking care of yourself and, of course, taking care of each other, as I always say. Any other last words for the week?
You know what? I see a really pretty bird on our bird feeder.
All right. I was getting kind of worried that we're got to swap out some of the suet cakes there. So get out there and into your viewing areas and go watch some birds. Take care. Make sure. I did see a post. This is also National Mental Health Awareness Month. So make sure that you are taking care of your mental health as well. This is an incredibly stressful time. Everybody responds to a lot of this stuff differently. I know in a couple of other support groups I've seen, there have been a lot of discussions about it's okay to
not be okay.
To not be okay. You know, sometimes there are discussions where, you know, somebody wakes up and maybe they didn't do much in the morning, and then they do all their work, and they work until 10 o'clock at night, and they're getting ready for bed, and they feel like they haven't accomplished anything or as much as they should because they're off or working from home or all this stuff. And it's okay. Just, again, make sure that you're taking care of yourselves and all of your loved ones and your networks and your friends and family. And we're going to get through it together, right? Mm-hmm. I know it's been a tough week. It's been up and down for me, as I said at the top of the hour. I've had ups and downs this week. But my anchors are, of course, my family. My wife and daughter with me right now. Always my touchstones. The boys will be back on Monday, and we're looking for some good times next week. So give me some ideas of some stuff you want to see on Fitness Friday next week. Wednesday we'll be back with some harmonica stuff. And as I said, Monday we'll be doing some fun stuff to celebrate 6 years. So
the return of Holo Taco Tuesday, maybe.
Hey, I'm down. We can make that a weekly thing. I wasn't sure if that was wanted to do a weekly thing or every other week.
We're going to have to add another element of interest. So that can be nails and a topic or trivia, or Emma answers
Star Trek.
Yeah.
And you know, it's interesting. That was one of the discussion topics last night because David was heading out to trivia night, and so somebody suggested sometime we should do like COPD trivia or
oh my goodness, yeah,
myths and facts and that sort of thing. You know, what's true and what's false, that sort of thing.
Yes.
So be thinking of some questions, and maybe we can get them in, and maybe Emma can be our host, our DJ, or our MC. And while she's doing the nails, we'll get some questions and we'll have some fun. So, Holo Taco Tuesday, Harmonica Wednesday. I don't know. It's still
Wednesday.
Still looking.
Harmonica Wednesday.
Still looking for a good alliterative name for that. But and then Fitness Friday. So. With that, I think we'll go ahead and roll out here. Any other last words from the crowd there, Emma?
Joe Walsh says, have a great weekend and stay warm.
Stay warm, stay strong, stay safe, stay home. Just keep on staying with it. You look like you're pondering something?
No.
Oh.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Mother's Day and Navigator Day on the same day.
Yeah.
You are the mother of the Navigators.
And the fathers who've acted as mothers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Much love to everybody out there. As I said before, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Keep breathing lightly. We'll be back on Monday. Until then, I am the COPD dude, and that is Kelly Becker, and that is Emma Hess, and we are COPD Navigator House Call. So we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.
What button do I push?
Outro.
Oh.
Double click.
I hit the wrong button.
All right.
There we go. I got it.
Yay. Well done.
I hit the name caption.